scared, are you? It has been 25 years since the original Scream movie came out. I, as a little king of Halloween, back then they used to call me the Prince of Halloween, went to movie theaters to see the first Scream, December 1996, and I was in love. The slasher franchise was back, Scream leading the way. I've loved this movie franchise for all this time. It has been 10 years since Scream 4 came out. We didn't know if there would ever be another installment of Scream, but here we are, January 2022, for the new Scream movie here at a local movie cinema here in the Denver metro area. We're so excited to go in here and check it out, see what is in store for us. I'm sure so many surprises, twists, turns, so much fun. We will let you know what we think after the movie. We are back here in the humble confines of the Hauntaholics lair, digesting what we just witnessed. The new Scream movie. To me, it's very comparable to Scream 4, as it takes place in Woodsboro.
Yeah.
Very, I would call it down to earth in a way. You know, it brought the story down, brought it in, intimate. Over the last week, we rewatched all the first four.
The first four.
First one, classic, one of the best movies of all time to this day.
Personal opinion, best slasher movie. Sorry to those who are fans of others.
I will go with that opinion.
It was my first slasher movie, and so it's always going to be my favorite.
Absolutely. It's funny, I remember back in 97 when I went to the movie theaters to see part 2. I think part 1 was just so great. I had unfairly judged part 2, as when we rewatched part 2 just the other day, loved it. It was great. It's another really great movie.
Yeah.
I think part 3 gets a lot of crap. And I remember the weird twist that Sydney's like long lost brother and all this crap. And I'm like,
even rewatching it, I was still kind of like, really? Why?
I think for myself, after watching the first 2 and going on to part 3, I was in some sort of Scream euphoria because I loved part 3. I loved the humor. I didn't even mind the crazy twist. I knew it was coming, of course, but
part 3 is not my favorite.
Yeah, I did think Cotton Weary needed to live longer.
Yeah. But then also no, because his character's kind of a douchebag.
Well, I guess so. He didn't. That's a good point. And then part 4, I believe that was your first time actually seeing part 4.
It was actually my first time seeing part 4 all the way through. If I've seen it before, I don't remember. But yeah, so.
I'd only seen it once in the movie theaters 10 years ago.
So it was fresh in my mind for part 5, which we just witnessed this evening.
Yeah, I would definitely say part 5 is very comparable to part 4. Like I said before, Return to Woodsboro, we got the intimate feeling of that.
Well, we got the legacy cast back, so, that's very reminiscent of part 4 as well. When they call each other and it's happening again, kind of thing. So
we definitely don't want to give away.
We're trying really hard not to have spoilers.
Exactly. We're really trying.
Really hard.
So
we're sticking with content that we know is in the trailer for the movie.
We definitely want you to go see this movie because it was a really good movie.
Yes, it was. It was a really good transition into, whatever they're going to do with them for the future. If they're going to continue with more movies, if this is the end, regardless, it was a great finale for the legacy cast, possibly a jumping off point for the new cast. Even if it doesn't go anywhere with the new cast, that works too. It was really good.
Absolutely. By the end of the movie, it's fun. I'm not sure exactly how long it clocked in. It was definitely under 2 hours.
It was definitely under 2 hours.
I think. Flash, honestly.
I think it's just barely under 2 hours, like maybe an hour and 45. Which seems kind of short, but it works.
It did, yeah. By the time we were in the end sequence, I'm like, oh, here we go. This is going to be the ending, and I feel like there's so much more we need to see.
Right.
By the end of the movie, I thought that I was fine if this was the last movie. great to see our old heroes back. And if that was the last time, I was okay with that. I think we got an ending.
Yeah.
But something that I had learned watching just facts about Scream videos on YouTube. Uh, at the end of the movie, there was a flash, and there's Ghostface, which indicates that he will be back. So there's definitely, I have not heard anything official, any confirmations, but there will definitely be at least another one. And the way, just last night, for preview night, they made $3.5 million. So, the movie studios are definitely all about making another one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess that this is the start of a new trilogy.
I mean, it's, if you think about the way other things in Hollywood are going, Halloween, Spider-Man, they've all taken the legacy cast and introduced the new junior cast and sort of blessed it with the legacy cast's blessing, them still being appearing in the movies and stuff like that. So that's kind of where it seems like this one is going. The old is ushering in the new and saying, okay, go forth and continue our legacy. That's what it feels like, so we'll see.
Looking forward to what lies ahead of us. And I did like at the end of the movie, it did show for Wes, in honor of Wes Craven. He would be proud of this.
He would be. It was very Wes-like. If you've seen all the other 4 Scream movies and then you go watch this one, you might not be able to tell, if you didn't know that Wes Craven had passed, you might not be able to tell that he wasn't a part of this movie. It's very Wes. I mean, even down to strategically placed lighting and the foreshadowing. I mean, Wes was like really good at leaving little tiny Easter eggs all over the place. And if you are observant and pay attention, you see that stuff and you're like, oh. And this movie was the same. There were Easter eggs all over the place for you to pick out and, have your own suspicions and theories of who done it.
For myself, my original slasher hero was Norman Bates. Big fan of the movie Psycho. And there's a lot of Psycho references in this movie,
yes,
which just tickled me. I loved it. Even down to some of the music, the eerie music from the original Psycho was creeping its way into this movie, and I just loved that. That was so much fun for me as a big Psycho fan.
And they had like some good role reversals, classic horror scenes that's usually a female that's targeted, and then this time there was, males as the target, and it was like a retro, or it was a nod to the retro, but with a modern twist. So tastefully done, not, overly done.
The Hauntaholics give the new Scream movie 2 thumbs up. So cool. You have to see it for yourself.
The camera.
The thumbs are in spirit,
Yes, go see this movie. Go see it. It's taking all of our willpower not to say anything else. So just go see the damn movie and then comment down below once you have your reactions, your thoughts, because we will be looking for them. Can't wait to hear from you guys.